Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome back to the course of Python for absolute beginners. This video is all about strings in Python. There are a lot of things that we can do with strings when we work in Python. So let me show you what we are going to learn in this video. The first thing that we will learn is what is string. Then how to create string in Python, how to access strings characters, how to modify any string, the basic operations that we can perform on strings using Python, and the last thing will be string formatting, that how we can format strings in Python. I will explain all these concepts one by one with implementation. So let's start with what is string. A string is a sequence of characters, or you can also say that it is a combination of multiple characters. For example, here this H is a single character, and when I combine it with multiple characters, it will become a complete string. So here this hello is a complete string. And as we know that the computer cannot understand human languages, computer only understand numbers. That's why all these characters are saved in the form of numbers in computer. And the process of converting a character to number is called as encoding. And there are two major techniques of encoding. Number one is ASCII encoding and number two is Unicode encoding. And in Python, all the characters are converted to Unicode encoding. They are not converted to ASCII, they are just converted to Unicode encoding. This is about what is string. Now let's see how we can create strings in Python. There are different ways through which we can create string in Python. The first way is you can write a string in single quotes. Second way is you can write string in double quotes. And the third way is you can write string in triple quotes. For triple quotes, you can write 3 times double quotes at the start of string and 3 times double quotes at the end of string, or you can write 3 times single quotes at the start of string and 3 times single quotes at the end of the string. By using all these methods, you can create strings in Python. So now let's start creating some strings in Python. So here I am going to move to Colab. So here I have created a notebook with the name strings in Python, and then I have connected my notebook with the CPU. So let's start creating some strings. So first what I will do, I will define some variable. Let's say I'm giving it a name as variable 1, and then I will type hello. After this I will write print and string with single quotes. Then I will print this variable 1. Similarly, I can create a variable, let's say variable 2, and now I am using double quotes. So I will write print and then string with double quotes, and then I will print variable 2. Another way was creating string with triple quotes. So for this I will write variable 3 equal hello, and then I can print it with string with triple quotes by using double quotes 3 times. So I will write here variable 3, and the last method is variable 4, which is equal to, by using 3 times single quotes. So I will write hello, and then I will print here I will print string with triple quotes by using single quotes 3 times. After this I will print variable 4. So when I will execute this whole cell, so the output will be these print statements, anything that is written in these print statements. So first let me execute. Okay, here you can see I have created the string hello by all the methods that I have discussed in the slide. So here you can see that this is the hello that we have created with a single string, single quotes. Similarly, this is the hello that we have created with double quotes. So you can see that there is no difference in the string. You can use any method, there will be no any difference between them. But there is some benefit of using these different methods. Let me show you the benefits that we can get from these methods. So the first benefit is, let's say I want to print something which is in which I have to use apostrophe s or apostrophe something else. I can write here, for example, variable 5, which is equal to, I want it like, we are happy today. Now my syntax is right. I can create a string by using single quotes, but here Python will not understand this string because I have used this single quote here as well. The Python will consider this we as a string, and after this all this will be considered as a syntax error in Python and it will not execute this cell. So first let me show you by executing this. So here you can see Python has shown invalid syntax. So for creating a string of such types, you can use here, if I use here double quotes, then there will be no issue and Python will create a variable. Now when I print this variable 5, I can see we are happy today on the output screen. Similarly, if I want to write some code, I want to write something in double quotes. For example, let's say variable 6 I am getting, and the code that I am writing here is, success is journey, not a destination. Okay. So this is the code that I want to write in double quotes. But if I will write here double quotes, because this is a string that and I have to write in double quotes or single quotes. So when I write here double quotes, so it will give me error. Let me execute. So you can see here it has given error, invalid syntax. So for this purpose, if I want to print double quotes as well on the screen, so I will use single quotes here for the string declaration or string creation like this. Okay. So now when I execute it, there will be no error. And now let's print this variable 6. So you can see the output, success is journey, not a destination, and this output is written in double quotes. And the benefit of triple quotes is that if you want to create a string in multiple lines, so for that purpose you can use triple quotes. Let's say if I am creating variable 7 and I am writing, let's say I am writing first in double quotes. Okay, so I will write hello and then I want to write world on the second line. So now when I execute it, it will show me error. Okay, so for this purpose, if I write here triple quotes, then there will be no error. Now the variable 7 has been created. Let's print this variable 7. So here you can see that there is no error and we have seen the output on the next line. Hello on the one line and world on the second line. So whenever we have to create multi-line strings, at that time we can use triple quotes. Single triple quotes or double triple quotes, it's up to you. So now as we know that how to create a string in Python, so let's see how we can access some specific characters from a string in Python. So for this, let's move to this, and here now we will see how we can access different characters in a string. So for accessing some characters from a string, what you need index. Here you can see this H is at index 0, E is at index 1, L index 2, then again L, it is at index 3, and then O is at index 4. So in Python allows you to do indexing from left to right and from right to left as well. Whenever you do indexing from left to right, so remember one thing, that left to right indexing start from 0. Always left to right indexing will start from 0 and right to left indexing will start from -1. Now let's say I want to access this L. I want this specific character from the complete whole this hello string. So let's say this hello is a string and I want to access this L. So what I will do, I will write something like this. Because L is at index 2, first we will see the left to right. Okay, left to right indexing, and then we will move to right to left. So in left to right indexing, you can see here I have written string and then in square braces I have written the index that I want. Okay, so here this L is at index 2. So when I execute this thing, I will get output as L. Similarly, if I want to do right to left indexing and I want to access this L, so at that time what I will do, I will write it like this, string and then -3. Remember one thing, indexing will always be written in square braces. First you have to write the name of the string and then the index for indexing you have to write square braces and then index number inside the square braces. So when I will write string of -3, so it will give me L. Similarly, you can access some slice from the string as well, like you can access this whole, like if I want to access this ELL, so I can also access this. For this, let's move to the Colab and let's try to access some characters from a string. So here you can see that let's say I am creating a variable 8 and I am giving it a name as a value as A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now this is a string. Let's execute it. Okay, now I want to access this E. From the variable 8, I want to access this E. Now first to left to right indexing, and in left to right indexing what I will do, A is at 0, B is at 1, C at 2, D at 3 and E is at index 4. So what I will write here, I will write variable 8 and then square braces, and in square braces I will write 4. So when I execute it, it will show me E on the output screen. And now if I want to access this Z, and I am doing indexing from right to left, so what I will do, I will write variable 8 and then I will write here -1, because Z it is -1, then Y -2, X -3 and so on. So when I execute it, it will show me output like this. Here you can see this Z as a output. Similarly, if I want to access A, B, C, D, E, F, I want to access till F. So what I will do, I will write variable 8 and then I will take a start from 0 index till what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, F is at 5 index, okay? It is at the index number 5th, but I will write here 0 to 6 because this 6 will not be included. This 6 will be excluded. Only 0 will be included until up till 5 it will be included and this 6 will be excluded. So when I execute it, it will show me output as A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is the way of creating some accessing characters from the strings. Now our next topic is how we can modify a string. In Python, whenever we have to modify some string, so we can modify the whole string, but we cannot change a single character of a string. For example, I have this string and here I want to replace this E with some other character. Let's say here I can say I want to replace this E with A. So I cannot change it directly. For this purpose, what I have to do, I have to change this whole string. I cannot change a single character because Python does not allow to change a single character of a string. Similarly, if I want to delete this L, then I cannot delete this L from this whole string. I have to delete this whole string, otherwise I cannot delete some characters from a string. So let's see how we can do this, or how we can perform all these operations in programming. So move to this Colab, and here I am writing, let's say creating a variable 9, and I'm giving it a value as hello. So now if I want to change this E to A, so I can write it like this. Let's say E is at index 1, so I will write variable 9 index 1, and I want to give it a value A. So when I will execute it, it will show me error. Error will be string object does not support item assignment. In string data type, we cannot assign single items. Similarly, if I want to delete this character, let's say I want to delete variable 9 at index 1, and I am assigning it a value as nothing. So when I execute it, it will again give me error that Python string object does not support item assignment. So if I want to change this E to A, I have to change this whole string. So what I can do here, I can write it like this. Variable 9 is equal to HALLO. So now when I execute it, there will be no error because I have changed the whole string here. So when I print it, it will show me HALLO on the screen. Similarly, we cannot delete single character, but we can delete whole string. For deleting whole string, what we will do, I will write del. This del is a keyword. It will delete this variable. Let's say variable 9. So when I execute it, it will delete the whole variable. So now if I want to access this variable, let's say I want to print this variable. So it will show me variable 9 is not defined. Here you can see name variable 9 is not defined because variable 9 has been removed from this code. So this is how we can modify a string. The next topic of this video is how to, what are the basic operations that we can perform in strings. So let's move to the basic operations that we can perform on strings. There are multiple operations that we can perform on string. Number one is concatenation of two or more strings. We can concatenate or combine two strings or more than two strings. And the other operation that we can perform is a membership test. So firstly, how to concatenate two strings. For concatenation of two strings, let's say I have string 1 and string 2. So what I will do, I will use this plus operator for concatenating two strings. What it will do, let me show it with example. Let's say I have a string 1 as hello and string 2 as world, and I want to concatenate these two strings, so I will write this plus symbol, and after concatenation the output will be like this. Both of these strings will be combined to one string, hello world. So this is how you can concatenate two strings. So now we will check how to do membership test. And what is membership test? In membership test, what you have to do is you can check for a specific character that this character is available in a string or not. For example, you have this hello and you want to check E in hello. So for membership test, you will make a use of this in keyword. This in will return you true or false. If E is available in this, yes, E is available, so the output will be true. But if this E will not be available, let's say I want to check A in HELLO. So here A is not available in this string, so output in this case will be false. This is how you can do a membership test. So now let's move to Colab and check how we can do this in coding. So here, let me create two variables. Let's say I am creating string 1 and I am giving it a value as hello, and I am creating string 2 and I will assign it a value as world. Okay, so now when I execute it, these two variables have been created. So Now I want to concatenate these two strings. I will write string 1 plus string 2. So the values of these two variables will be concatenated. You can see at the output, hello world has been combined now. This is basically called as concatenation operation. Now we will see membership test. Let's say I want to check, A in hello world. So when I will execute it, it will show me false because A is not available in this string. But what if I write here apple? So now when I will execute it, it will show me output as true because in apple A is available. So this is the membership test. You can do membership test on multiple characters as well. Let's say I want to see double P in apple. So when I execute it, it will show me true. Similarly, if I write here PLE, I want to check this substring in this string. So when I execute it, it will show me true because PLE is also available in this apple. So this is how we can perform some basic operations on strings. So the last topic is string formatting. So for string formatting, what we can do, we can use escape sequence, we can use raw string, and we can also use the format method. Let's see what is this escape sequence. Escape sequence is basically a sequence of characters that allows you to give some beautiful structure to your program or to your string. And the character that we use for escape sequence is called as escape character, and we represent the escape character with this backslash. Whenever we have to use escape sequence, we will write this backslash before the escape sequence. There are so many escape sequence in Python, like we can move to next line by using backslash and then n. Similarly, we can get multiple spaces by using backslash t, which is called as tab escape sequence. You can write backslash in your string by using two times backslash. One backslash is for escape character and the second is for a string. So you can do a lot of things with escape sequence. I will show you all these things when we will move to Colab for implementation. So for now, let's move to this raw string. This raw string, basically what this raw string will do that, let's say you have used this escape sequence like this: A, then backslash n, and then b. So this is your complete string. What this string will do, it will be printed like this: A, and then b will be printed on the next line. But if you will use this raw string, then what you will see it as it is on the output screen. You will see output like this: A backslash n and then b. You will see as it is by using this raw string. And for raw string, what you will do, you have to write small r or capital R before writing a string. So it will tell the Python that this backslash n has to be displayed on the screen. We are not using this backslash n as a escape sequence. Then the next thing is this format method. The format method is basically, these methods allow you to do multiple substitutions and value formattings. This method contains curly braces like this. These curly braces will use in the format method for making some replacement in some fields. And we have different types of formatting, like we can do default formatting, we can do positional formatting, and we can also do keyword formatting. So now let's move to Colab to do all these things. So here first I will tell you about escape sequence. So let's say I am creating a variable 10, and here I will write a string as A, and then I want B to be on the next line, so I will write A, then backslash n, and then B. So now when I will execute it, the variable 10 has been created. Let's print variable 10. So you can see A on the first line and B on the second line. Similarly, if you want to add some space between A and B, you can use backslash T. So now when I will execute it, Let's see, here you can see that A, then we have different multiple spaces. These spaces are almost 8 spaces, and then we have B. One thing more here is you can add backslash as well. If you want A, then backslash and then B, so you can do this by using double backslash. So here you can see A backslash B. Similarly, there are a lot of other strings escape sequences that you can use in strings. So now let's see how what is this raw string. This raw string is nothing but if I write here small r. So now when I will execute it, it will show me a double backslash b. When I have not used this r, so what was the output? Output was a, then single backslash and then b. After using the r, I have got the string as it is, as I have written here. Similarly, if I write here backslash t and I write here r, let's say this time I'm writing capital R, when I will execute it, it will give me output as a backslash t and then b. It will not consider this backslash t as a escape sequence. So this is about escape sequence and raw string in Python. So the next method was format method. So how we can use format method? I have told you in format method we have three methods. Number one is default formatting, number two is positional formatting, and number three is keyword formatting. So let's see how we can do for default formatting. So for default formatting, I am creating a variable, let's say default, and I will write here what you have to do is you have to use curly braces, then comma, then again curly braces. Let's say I am writing three values, so I will write it like this, and then I will write dot format, and in format I have to assign three values because I have written here three curly braces, so I will write here three values. Let's say the three values are peanut, then butter, and then jelly. So when I will execute it, the default variable has been created, and now when I will print this default, it will show me output as peanut, butter, and jelly. Peanut will be in this curly brace, then butter will be in this curly braces, and then jelly will be in this curly braces. So now let's see how we can do positional formatting. So for positional formatting, I'm going to create a positional variable, and I will write here this, comma this, and similarly I am writing here three values dot format. I will write same values for your better understanding, peanut, then comma butter, and then comma jelly. So for positional formatting, let's say I want this butter to be displayed at the first position. So I will write here the index of this butter. Here the index of this butter is 1. So I will write here 1, and then I want to display this jelly. So the index of this jelly is 2. Index of peanut is 0, butter 1, and jelly 2. So I will write here 2, and then I will write here 0. So now when I will execute it, the positional variable has been created. Let's print its value. So when I will print it, it will show me butter at the first because I have written here 1. So this is called the positional formatting. I have changed the position. I have told this positional the position that at one position I have this butter, then at second position print this jelly, and at the third position print this peanut. Similarly, we can do keyword formatting. In keyword formatting, let's say keyword, and then in keyword formatting I will write it like this. Similar thing I will write again, and here now I will write dot format, and in format I will write peanut, comma butter, and comma jelly. So now for keyword formatting, I have to assign some keyword to all these values. Okay, so here let's say I am assigning p to this peanut, B equal to this butter, and J is equal to this jelly. So now I can give these keywords in these braces for getting the desired output. For example, I want to print this jelly at the first location, so I will write here J. Then here I will write B. Let's say I want to print butter after jelly, and then P. So now when I will execute it, it will create a variable keyword. So now let's print this keyword. Here you can see jelly at the first location because the keyword value of jelly J is here at the first location. Then B is at the second location, so butter will be displayed at second location, and P is at the third location, so peanut will be displayed at the third location. So this is how you can do formatting in strings. And in this video, I have explained all the basics of strings in Python. And in my next video, I will explain what is list, what are the different operations that we can perform on list in Python. So for now, keep watching and learning. Allah Hafiz.